Hi, welcome to TechTube. My name is Daryl. I'm a field application engineer at TDK here in Peachtree City, Georgia. And today I'd like to be your tour guide through the TDK Product Center. Let's begin. Let's go to your computer and open up your favorite web browser, and let's go to global.tdk.com. Now, once you're at the Global TDK website, there are three ways to get to the Product Center. One is by clicking on the banner once it appears. Another way is to go up to Product and go to Product Center. Or a direct approach is to go to your browser and just type in product.tdk.com. Let's go to the Product Center. The Product Center offers an overview of all TDK components and devices. By clicking a category, you can see the product offerings of each TDK brand or group. We have passive components, applied magnetic products, applied film products, and others. The Product Center provides a convenient way to search all the TDK offered products. And I want to point out that you can change this web page from English to Japanese or Chinese. Appearing at the top of every web page inside the Product Center, you're going to have this global toolbar. This toolbar is added here for your convenience, allowing you to quickly navigate through the TDK website. If you click on News, you can read press releases and what's new with TDK. And by clicking on Products, you can view the various TDK group offerings. This is added here for your convenience, allowing you to quickly navigate between product group portals using a single click. And by clicking on Catalog, you can view and download the TDK product group offering catalogs. And by clicking on Application Guides, you can view which components to use based on your application. The technical support tools will help you choose the right component based on circuit simulations and data sheets. We have a technical library. And by clicking on Environment, you can read about RoHS and other content relative to environmental issues. And by clicking on Contact, you can see our contact list, you can see the TDK Global website, and you can check our distributor's inventory for parts availability. And now, let's dive deeper into the Product Center details. The Product Center provides a convenient way to search TDK part numbers regardless of the group. If you have a TDK part number, just type it in here and click Search. And as an example, let's type in this part number. Here's the part number I'm looking for. Let's click on Search. And we can tell by the product name what this particular part is. In this case, it's an MLCC with dip radial leads. Let's click on the part number itself, and we'll be directed to the data sheet. But my particular focus today will be on the multi-layer ceramic chip capacitors web portal. But all these other product portals that you see will have the same layout, if not similar. Let's click on Capacitors, Multi-layer ceramic chip capacitors, and Product Top Page. This is the MLCC's homepage, and at the top is the global toolbar that we talked about previously. You might find it convenient to bookmark this page if you visit here often. I wanted to give you a brief overview of the MLCC's homepage. Below the global toolbar is the MLCC toolbar. With this toolbar, you can do a search by part number, a search by characteristics, and a cross-reference to a non-TDK part. You can view the MLCC's product catalog, you can look at tech notes, and you can view technical support tools. We even include a help section. Here is a selection guide, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Here is the TDK product overview of the ceramic capacitors that we offer. Here's the frequently asked questions concerning ceramic capacitors. And here's the simulation models, which will help you choose the right TDK component. And under this, we have search by part number, search by characteristics, cross-reference, and catalog. These are exactly the same as we saw in the MLCC toolbar, but are added here for your convenience, making it easier to click. And if we continue scrolling down the page past product spotlights and news, we come to tech notes. Tech Notes includes the MLCC Selection Guide, the TPOs, which is TDK Product Overview, MLCC Solution Guides, Frequently Asked Questions, and Product Validation for high reliability parts. I'd like to take a moment to talk about the Selection Guide. The Selection Guide is designed to assist you in choosing the right capacitor based on your application needs. As we saw in our last TechTube video, excessive board flexure can cause flex cracking in ceramic capacitors, and we offered 4 solutions to that. They were megacap design, soft termination design, serial design, and open mode design. The technical support tools include SEAT, CCV, and TVCL. These support tools are exactly the same as we saw in both the global toolbar and the MLCC toolbar. These will not be discussed in this video, but will in the future Tech2 videos, so stay tuned for those. And now let me demonstrate on how to do a search by part number. You can enter up to one part number or 50 part numbers at the same time, but each part number must be on a separate line. And if you're not familiar with TDK numbering format, you can click over here on Catalog Part Number Description to see some examples. Let's begin by typing in our part number, and notice as I'm typing in, autofill starts to populate our view. Here's the part number I'm looking for. Let's click on Search. Here is the data sheet for this particular capacitor. The data sheet will include the physical dimensions, the electrical characteristics, whether it's Q200 certified or not. And let's continue scrolling down to the bottom, and we get to the characteristics graphs. 3 of these will be over frequency, which include impedance, ESR, and capacitance. And DC bias, temperature characteristics, and temperature rising are the other 3. Now notice as I hover my mouse over any part of the curve, the data points will appear. In this example of the impedance curve, at the bottom of the V will be the self-resonant frequency for this capacitor. If you want to create a PDF of this data sheet, you click here. If you want to check the local distributor's inventory for parts availability or perhaps purchase the capacitor, click Buy Now. The general specifications are located here. If you needed a one-page summary of the data sheet that you can print out or email, you click Characterization Sheet. The RoHS and the REIT certificates are located here. And for my last example on how to do a search by part number, let's say you don't know the whole part number, but just part of the part number. You can use wildcards in your searches. The question mark is used for a single character, and the asterisk is used for a sequence of characters. But in this case, let's say we know the beginning of the part number. Let's type in what we do know. And we can see that our search has been narrowed down to 8 parts, so let's click Search. And these are the part numbers that it found. If you were to click on any of these, you'd be taken to the data sheet. Let's say you want to do a comparison between 2 part numbers or more. Let's click this one and this one. The characteristics graphs have been overlaid on top of each other, allowing you to do a performance comparison between both capacitors. And now, let's do a search by characteristics. Search by characteristics will continue in part 2.